API3. So API3 experienced quite a decent price pump in a sort of very short space of time. It's pulled back dramatically since it had a huge pump. There's still long term, there's going to be some gains for API3 because it's one of the best oracles in the space. We've had a bit of a surge in oracle development lately. But API3 is so well positioned with some of the projects it works with. So we'll talk about what this can hit in the next bull cycle. Before I get into it though, guys, if you are new to the channel, these coins on this spreadsheet here are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. And in my videos, I showed myself buying them up because I expected them to make me, pretty good cash. And you can see what the prices of all these coins were worth. When I recorded my videos, you can also see the highs that these coins hit in under a year and a half. And what your profit would have been if you did put $100 into them. So if you did put $100 into Luxor when I released the video, you'd have made, over $4,000. If you did it on it for all of them, your profit would have been over 123 grand in under a year and a half, which is pretty good. Now, I sold all of these coins. We had the market crash. And since then, I've been buying up new coins. And these are the coins that I think are going to make me very good money again. And I share them on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I find a coin that I think can do a huge pump, make me 40, 50, even 100 times my cash, I jump onto the site. I tell my members about the coin that I'm looking at buying, the profits I think it can have, and the percentage of my cash I'm putting in. It means the members can copy along exactly. This removes all work for the members and they'll make the exact same profits. And like I said, all work removed. There's no need to research charts. There's no need to read white papers. It's just as simple as it gets. And if that sounds good to you, making the money without doing the work, go to copymycrypto.com and just see what the site's about. You'll be able to see what I've said in the past. You'll be able to see what the members have made. It's all public record. You can verify it on this channel. And if you like what you see, guys, try the service out. Now, API3. So, API3, just like 4 days ago, had this enormous sort of 100% pump. Went to highs of like $3.20 from like $1.60. Really just had a staggeringly high gain. And that was probably to do with the funding rates. There's a Twitter user or an X user, I guess, whose tag is sell when over 9,000. And he put out some really good information about the extremely negative funding rate for API3, which we saw with UMA before UMA had a huge pump as well. The reason that that's relevant is negative funding rates mean that it's really costly to hold on to long positions. So it encourages buyers to push the price higher. Also, we saw Digital Finance Wallet had given a $1.5 million loan for market making. And this loan served as an incentive to increase the price to levels where it becomes profitable. DWF issued a $1.5 million market making loan with an option to buy the tokens between $2.75 and $4.25 at the end of the term. This means they need to increase the price for the loan to be profitable. So bearing that in mind, right now, that wouldn't be profitable. So the price still needs to probably rally a bit for them to be in profit. So, yeah, I mean, that was really good. And that was really good information that had been put out by that guy. Again, always like to reference people. His Twitter handle is @sell9000. Now, as for API3 in the longer term, look, API3 is a first-party oracle. This is why I like it. It's basically APIs are embedded into oracles. The APIs of API3 are embedded into projects. So there is no middleman scenario with API3. What this does is it removes the costs that occur with having middleware. It removes the costs and the risks with centralization. And they get around this problem by enabling API providers to operate their own nodes. Since being up and running, they have actually generated huge amounts of money from token sales. They have been embedded into hundreds of projects now. The team behind them, you've got Heikki Vantinen, you've got Sasha Milik, and there is one more, Burak Benligire. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. They are the sort of founding team of API3. Now, as I said, what puts them apart from a lot of the oracles out there, like your Chainlink, which is middleware, these are not middleware, these are embedded. These are embedded, and they've got stuff like AirNode, which has been created to make API3 a reality, and its qualities ensure that it can be deployed in minutes. It enhances transparency and reduces huge costs like the transaction fees. Since getting up and running, they now run over 140 data feeds on 16 blockchains, no bridges, no middlemen. And that's the thing, like the exploits that we have seen occur have either been down to, over the past few years, have been down to bridges, or they've been down to exploits within middleware, which have then affected multiple projects. So where we're at now with API3 is because of the AirNode that they've created, because of their sort of catalog of APIs, they're able to get up and running really damn fast. And you can see the quality of them because they're partnered with so many damn people that utilize their data feeds. CoinGecko being one, CoinPaprika. I always used to like CoinPaprika a lot, actually. I really liked the fact that everything was there. They had always have really good, like, all-time high info, all-time high percentage returns from current price points as well. It was always a very useful tool. I used to use that a lot. They're also partnered with Miso Finance, Lendl, plenty of really solid names within the space, and that's only going to increase over time. Like, it's an inevitability because they've got a system that works so well. API3 and Teller were two of my preferred oracles for a very long time. I do have to acknowledge that Python Network has got very, very interesting, the introduction of that. But overall, the way that they have sort of grown this has been pretty spectacular. You can actually stake API3, by the way. If you check it out, you can stake API3 on the DAO dashboard, and this will allow you governance rights within via staking. Annualized returns, not sure about. I will have to look that up. 17.5%. Excuse me. So that's not too bad. That's pretty damn good, actually. Now, as I said, the AirNode is probably one of the best things that they've sort of produced. This is their open source web API that connects directly to any blockchain app. What this means, again, is it's so damn easy for people to integrate API3 into their system, get the real-time data direct to your dApp or your blockchain project, whatever it is. Now, here's the thing, right? Right now, Chainlink is the king of oracles and is the first of its kind. Realistically, Chainlink is like, I don't know how, like the Roger Federer of oracles, right? Without Roger Federer, you wouldn't have maybe had Nadal or Djokovic, but they both kind of surpassed Federer, right? Same principle. API3, I think, has surpassed Chainlink, but it may never reach the Chainlink market cap. Probably almost certainly won't. But I do think a new all-time high for API3 is on the cards. I think we're going to see a huge surge in oracles. Especially, I think just decentralization is going to be such a big narrative next bull cycle. And while Chainlink will be the first mover, other oracles will follow it. And I think API3 can bang a new all-time high. I mean, $20 is my sort of the price point I think is a fair target. I put it at 1.7 billion market cap, which yes is high, but it's not outlandish. Given that they're already embedded into over 140 different places, and I think that's set to grow. So I'd be looking at this as certainly one with potential of gaining. Downside, I suppose, for API3 is it's not got the potential of a market bounce off of a listing. It's already on all the biggest places. But, you know, that's twofold. Like, there's another side to that. Why is it already on the biggest places? Because the biggest places have acknowledged that this is a very, very strong project that's going to do something. So while it might not see the listing bounce, it will pump. And $20 is a fair target for this. Can it do more? Absolutely. Realistically, it's just got to get above $10, get to price discovery mode, and then it can blast. But yeah, definitely want to have on the radar. And like I said, you know, check out the funding rates of projects as well, because when they're extremely negative, there is a need for that price to bounce. So paying attention to that information is always useful. But I think API3 for the long haul, $20 is a fair target. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And guys, if you want to make the exact same profits as me in the next bull cycle, you can head over to copymycrypto.com. Just check out the site, see what it's all about. Everything on the site is public record, whether that's what I've said in the past, whether that's what the members have earned. And, you know, you'll see like a video that I did about Phantom. I did a $20 course back in 2020. It was a Udemy course all about the best investment of 2020. It was Phantom. Why? The many reasons I thought it would at least 100x. Ended up doing nearly 700x. And there were a number of people that took that course. A number of people became millionaires because they put in enough to do that. And when I find the next Phantom, I won't do a Udemy course or anything like that. I'll just go onto the site and tell the members about it. So if you want to hear about it and want to find out about what the next big coin is, Copy My Crypto is where you go. And again, the added benefit, you're not going to have to do the research to find the next big coin, because myself, my team all do that. So if that sounds good to you, like I said, go to the site, see what it's all about, see if it's a service you want to try. And I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.